highway, I saw above me, that in the skyway, I saw below me, that going
They're asking why we're protesting.
Can you hear me? Yeah, Terry. First of all, can we get a shout out to Kimberlin? Kim Kimberlin. You all give all of us hope when you have people coming up and using their summer and getting involved in social justice. So thank you for showing up and bringing the reinforcements. In one analysis, these gatherings were one of 700, I bet it's more than that, by the way. I know of others that were not on the list. 700 of these gatherings in cities and towns across the United States. And in one analysis, this is a very partisan, very politically motivated act. And the argument is out there that, well, you know what, anyone who's standing up tonight is for open borders. And they don't want anything out there at all, and and this is an opportunity for Trump to frame this in any way that he wants. I've seen a continuation of that says, well, guess what? He'll use this to only chin up his base, and so we're doing him a favor by getting together out here, right? And this is a very partisan thing. Let me tell you something. I read a document to explain one of the reasons why I'm out here. It's a very partisan document. Comes from a very partisan source. Comes from the Department of Homeland Security. The Officer General's report. Has anyone seen this? It's been in the news a lot. July 2nd, so about a week ago. The Homeland Security Inspector General said that there is dangerous overcrowding and prolonged detention of children and adults in the Rio Grande Valley. And this comes after their report in May, saying that there is dangerous overcrowding and something needs to be done. Very partisan source, very partisan source. And it talks about some very partisan facts. A cell with a maximum capacity of 35 held 155 detainees. Detainees were wearing soiled clothes for days or weeks. A cell with a maximum capacity of 8 held 41. Some single adults were held in standing room only conditions for a week. Very partisan stuff here. So we're not standing up because of partisan reasons, although there are plenty of reasons to do that too. But for tonight, we're standing up, in fact, with the Department of Homeland Security and saying that something is wrong. Something is wrong in this country when we're allowing this to happen. There's something wrong when 6 children have died in detention in this fiscal year. Not one died in the last 10 years. Something is clearly wrong. And then this report also talks about, is the increasing number of immigrants the reason for lengthy detentions? The Department of Homeland Security said, no, that is not the reason. It's the fact that there's a distinct choice on what to do once folks have been processed, typically very quickly, and this is a very distinct breach in how things have been handled before. So this is one thing that is very clear from the Department of Homeland Security. I'm going to bring up one or two, and then I'm going to hand this off. And then the other thing that struck me when I read this report is what we're seeing in violation of CBD's, Control and Border Protection, Customs and Border Protection. Is this in violation of their own standards, their own policies? And the answer there, again, was very clearly, yes, it was. So now we're just standing up and saying, look, just follow your own policies and standards. This isn't asking a lot. And I won't go on much further, but I'll tell you a few other reasons why I'm here. And one is that this is a very clear and systematic effort to dehumanize the other. Dehumanizing asylum seekers, immigrants, Latinos in general. And that is something we have to stand up for in cities across the country and say, no more, no mas. The other thing that gets me out on a night like tonight is that you reflect for a second and say, what do we stand for as a country? Typically, we stand for standing with the most vulnerable, showing our strength by being welcoming. everything we're not seeing right now. And that's why I'm out here to say this is not us and we need to change. So I just want to finish by saying thank you. It does take all of you deciding to come out on a Friday night, showing solidarity with folks around the country, recognizing that this is not anywhere near our ideals, our principles as a country, and standing in love, shoulder to shoulder, in saying that this is not us, we can do better, and we need to take a stand to make sure that is clear. So thank you all for coming out tonight.